of the National Football League, and this one features Ernest Jones. He'll get after you every chance he can get on defense. It's the Rams and the 49ers, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research pack. After last week's game, it's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved early.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good start. One play, 10 yards. In motion goes the tight end. Pass complete there to Nacua. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. Now a give left side, it's Dickerson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. We take a peek at the list of inactives for this week's game. And, gosh, this early in the season, Charles, injuries already accumulating for this squad.
You got to wonder, in this organization, are they just saying to themselves, well, hopefully we're just getting them out of the way early so we can make a late-season push when we have everyone back. It certainly feels that way with the number of injuries they've had already.
That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Inside give to Dickerson. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Going to give it up the middle. Here's Dickerson. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. You look at this Niner defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarter.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they will be led out by their 6'3 quarterback.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Rice. And he'll be taken down right away up near midfield at the 47. Here's Montana to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position, no one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think what you do is you take it out and you evaluate it next week in practice.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Play fake. Now here's Montana. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try to put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
Dickerson on the handoff. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Warner. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Running it with Dickerson. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Warner to throw. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams first down as he'll be taken down at the 46. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. A carry for Dickerson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. And the Rams had 0-2 here to begin the season. And listen, they made their share of mistakes in these first 2 games, CD, but talking with them in the days leading up to this one, doesn't seem like they've lost any confidence.
I would agree.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. To throw is Montana. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Kittle's got his first catch, and it's also a first down. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Clayton Tune, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early and give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. The numbers a week ago for Kupp: 8 catches, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league in terms of statistical categories. He's 4th in the league in receiving yards. That caught my attention in a positive way.
They'll run now with Dickerson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send Kupp in motion right. On 3rd down, they go to Dickerson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Here's Eric Dickerson shedding through the defense. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Warner. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
Yeah, and you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And a short pickup to about the 25.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4. Sean McVay unhappy on the sidelines visibly. He's made the decision to reach for the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Warner from the gun. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And I think we're all starting to wonder with this early deficit, what will that do to their play calling? Do they feel like they have to be more aggressive because they're throwing to start the drive here, but it winds up incomplete?
Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Warner. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Montana. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Owens. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Shotgun. Here's Montana. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. Second and a couple. Montana. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. They will look to throw. Montana. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so because the run has been very effective for them.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Warner. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Rough incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Javon Hargrave. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here's Ethan Evans now. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, look at the juke. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, and they'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Montana. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Rams ready to go on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 1st down, Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Warner. Going to be taken in here by Nacua. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw, Warner. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 27. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 14. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Dickerson try the right side. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Hit and drop behind the line by Dre Greenlaw. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Warner. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
A 39-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So that stems the tide just a little, but this still a 2-touchdown game.
And I think that maybe that was a bit of a calming drive for this offense, and that's exactly what they needed. They were able to move the ball. They did some good things. It's still the second quarter. Plenty of time to go.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down, San Francisco.
A give running right is Mitchell. Oh, what a juke into space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other. From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 6. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. That's Owens. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line.
And the 49ers first down.
Here's Montana to throw. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive, but the way they've spread the football around, here they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
To throw again on second down. Montana checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Throwing again on second down. Montana. Throw caught there by Willis. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. Play fake. Now here's Montana. Able to find Willis. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
To throw is Montana. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 6 yards away. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, So they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Warner to throw. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This time they stay on the ground. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports halftime report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Jalen Waddle, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were winners as they defeat the visiting New England Patriots. Breece Hall, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. Amon-Ra St. Brown, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Second half begins with a carry by Mitchell. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Montana. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A 35-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
A play fake. Now Warner. Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Warner. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Connects with Kittle underneath. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They will look to throw. Montana. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Now Montana. He finds his man, complete. It's Owens. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now a 2nd and 6.
At the 50-yard line.
A handoff running right, Guerrero. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. They're going to look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The Rams offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass complete there to Nakua. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49ers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. We're just shy of midfield. Here's a 2nd and 8. On the counter, Mitchell. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams 44. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
He finds his man, complete. That's Owens. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Shotgun. Here's Montana. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Owens. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Montana to throw. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the... And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Clayton Tune, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Niners have opened the lead up to 30. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
To throw, Warner. And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Warner from the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
2nd and 2. The 49ers.
Inside give to Dickerson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Warner. And he's got his man on the out route. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Warner. And he's got it. That's caught for a Ram touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Rams are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And the lead is down to 24. We'll drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. A give running left now, Garindo. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Warner. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Warner to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Out of the gun, here's Warner. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's good for our Rams. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And Kupp going to pick up a Rams 1st down as he'll be taken down at the 46.
That's another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Warner. That is caught. And some room to maneuver. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.